Hi everyone, welcome to Ultimate Anime Podcast for right now. Because right now I don't have a name for this podcast, and it's the update is that apparently me and Jen separated from AMN because us and Richard had created differences on what we want the podcast to go. And apparently he was asking for us to do too much work, and I just wasn't okay with it. And so yeah, we decided to part away from what he wanted. So apparently we're continuing to do like an R&D for No Guns Life, Sherlock, and Dr. Stone. So that's where our game plan is. So let me introduce Jen here.
Oh, yay!
So how you been feeling, Jen?
Wait, what?
How you been feeling lately?
Oh, I got a cold.
Oh.
And I'm over it. I feel like some of my voice sounds very different right now.
I don't notice it.
Maybe it sounds the same.
It does sound the same.
It just sounds different to me. Maybe it's just me. Who knows? It's like a mystery. Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, chill.
So yeah, we're gonna start doing our R&D for No Guns Live episode 8. I forgot the episode title. God damn it.
I think it's called Will.
Yeah, it is called Will. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh man. So
small goals.
Yes. The good thing we got this started.
I'm okay. Alright, good.
We're a mess already.
Tell us the story.
Alright, so I'm gonna start. The episode begins with Oliver there's like a flashback scene, and well, it's a scene that starts in the past, and you see Oliver talking to her dad about the police force that he's in. Like, this is when Oliver is very young, and she's just talking to her father having dinner, and they start talking about the, I think, North Scott ceremony he's going to. Yeah, so he's going over there. So yeah, he's going to a North Scott ceremony event, and he said that he also wants to bring this canned food to the event because North Scott made this like he was very known for this type of canned food. And
like canned food?
Huh?
The like canned food thing?
Yeah, it's like it's kind of weird. He just says canned food, and then you find out later on it's the same canned food that Oliver has, that she uses to smell in the beginning of the episode, in those early episodes. I don't know if you remember that. Do you? Hello?
Huh?
No, do you remember the canned food that Oliver had?
The like cat food thing? Or I don't know if it's cat food now.
Yeah, I'm confused if it's cat food because it's a famous food that he's known for.
Yeah, I always thought it was cat food because that's what we were referring to it as.
Yeah, it does have a cat on it, so it's just confusing.
It might be cat food, and just the implication might be that, like, oh, it's a foreign country when it said, oh, it's delicious. Like, there's just, like, might be that same type of thing that, like, we get here where it's like, oh, there's a translation error. Like, people don't eat that. Maybe it's supposed to be the same of, like, oh, people don't eat that. But it's, like, delicious for cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then it's the same can.
Unless it's like how it is in, what is it? Oh, thank God. In Mad Max where they eat dog food.
Oh, that's true. That's true. If you play the game, that's how you get health.
Really?
Yeah, in the game. The Mad Max game.
I never played it because my boyfriend
one of the ways to get health.
played it. He beat it. but I never actually got to play it.
I have not beaten
And
it.
he said he loves that game.
I am not good at it. I am not good at driving in that game.
Oh.
It is not an accurate depiction of how I drive in the real world, but it is kind of equally not as great.
Oh. Well, I noticed, because I have driven before, and I know that driving in video games is not the same as driving in real life.
Yeah. So. Also, my car in Mad Max is not great. I need to upgrade my car, but like I can't do that until I like get further in the game. But I'm like, I can't get further in the game because my car is bad.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know what to do right now. I need a better car in the game and in real life.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, that's a weird food that she keeps smelling, right?
Yeah, so now we know why she keeps it. It's just a way to remember her father.
Aww.
Which is pretty interesting.
Aww.
Yeah.
Cute.
So yeah,
Cute.
that was interesting to find that's what she uses it for. And I don't know if that's the same can that her father had brought all those years, and maybe that's why it smells so bad, because it's probably rough.
Yeah, so I think it is because of like the end of the episode.
God, that's gross.
That's why I think it's the same can. Because for a while I thought it was different. Like maybe I was like, oh, maybe she's just like buying different cans. And I think she is for like the random times when she smells it earlier in the show. But I think like the one at the end is the one that the dad brought.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe, I don't know.
Who knows?
And after the flashback scene is over, no, because they also, I think that was it for that flashback scene. Because, yeah, that was it for that one. And Tetsuro also, I mean, it goes back to where Tetsuro and Oliver are in the taxi, and Tetsuro has a gun aiming at Oliver, asking her telling her where's Juzo, you better show me where he is, better lead me to her, lead me to him. So they actually get there, and there's an explosion going on, and it goes back to a scene where Juzo is worn out by fighting Megalarm, and and Megalarm talks about his past. He talks about how he starts talking about how he was one of the soldiers that had volunteered to fight in the war I guess the country has had. And he was volunteering the experiment to get extended on them. And apparently he mentions that they were used to fight in the war, and apparently one of the extenders had failed. And apparently, I think Gondry is one of them that went berserk. And we find out that he is the one. He was claimed as a hero when Gondry had went berserk, and he was able to stop him from going berserk. So he was deemed as a hero for saving people from the time he went berserk. So yeah, so the time, apparently, I guess it was the government's fault that the experiment went into failure of the people that volunteered to fight in the war with the Extendeds, and they were going berserk. So
that does not shock me.
What? Does not shock you that that would happen?
Yeah, it's weird how that does not shock me at all. I'm just like, oh yeah, that program, that sounds totally safe. Sounds totally safe.
Yeah, because I think they needed something to win the war that they were fighting against. And they made people into like extended body parts with machines, and they end up failing on them.
Yeah, weird. It's weird how that happens.
Yeah.
It is not weird at all. It's like, yeah, don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't experiment on people.
I know. It always goes bad. Like something always badly happens. And
Yeah,
I remember
almost always goes bad.
And I remember you said earlier, like in previous podcast episodes, where you just said like how organizations are always bad. Like,
oh yeah, capitalism.
God,
capitalism and government is the enemy.
Really? I didn't mean capitalism, but I meant like.
I don't know why I said capitalism. Well, no, because I think in my mind I was like, oh yeah, the like war economy.
Oh, because I was thinking about like secret organizations that, like in fiction, that they always do some bad experiments on people, and it always turns out to be bad.
And then they're the bad guy.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah, I think that's what we was talking about.
Yeah, I was definitely thinking about America's like war economy, and I was like, ooh, we're the problem. Not amazingly helpful, but
yeah. And then Megalarm talks about he wants Juzo to join him to improve to extend his life, and
no crazy person has ever offered that before. That's the best offer. Crazy people don't offer things like that.
Yeah, but it seems like, Juzo ends up refusing to, work with him and improve the life and Extendeds and stop the war between people who are not Extendeds with the Extendeds. And I don't know, I think Juzo disagree with him because Megalarm is obviously a bad person, and who would want to work with someone like that?
That's true. Who would ever want to work with a terrible person? Or for a terrible person? Or for a terrible company? Like, who would ever want that for them?
Pretty much. And Juzo blacks out, and apparently there's like a flashback to what he was going through in the war as well. Like, we see him like out of control, and there's like a man next to him, and there's a flag, and there's a bunch of dead bodies on the floor.
Classic war imagery.
Yeah.
We've all seen it.
Yeah. And we also find out that since the first experiment had failed, they were like the second, like Juzo was apparently a part of the second experiment that they have. And apparently the people like have control over the Extendeds, like the people who volunteer to be Extendeds now are not in their control. So I guess the government controls them and uses them for war, just to, I guess, keep them from going berserk in a way. Like, since the first ones did go berserk, and now these are just the ones that's, I think they can go berserk, but the humans can control them to do what they want them to do. And I think that's why they have Totoro as one of those type of people that can control the Extendeds. Now I understand what's going on here.
You're like, I get it now.
Yeah.
We're 8 episodes in. I get it now.
Yeah, now I know
what's happening.
Now I know why Totoro is one of those kids that could control the Extendeds. And it's like, oh, because that's what they were doing in the war. They was using from control, because since they go berserk, you said they use the harmony technology to be able to control them and use them without them going berserk for the war. And I think that's how they actually won the war.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
So wait, then do you think that you have to have harmony to be able to take control of an extended, like at that point when
I think
it's after Juzo has like used all of his energy.
No, I don't think you need to have, because later on in the episode there is something that he does use to break off control from himself.
Okay, I was like, you and I might be thinking of the same point.
I mean, like, I think harmony is one of the ways, but there's other ways to do it.
Yeah, because I remember that point when Juzo is like exhausted but has like changed into his like final form.
Yeah, he ends up waking up and turns to like some beast mode, like some like out of control mode. Like beast mode, or like it's just like
he's gone aggro.
Yeah, like his eyes are red and he's just like,
and all those like tentacle things come out of his back.
Yeah, he's like out of control, like he's not controlling himself. He's like a different identity.
But then it says something like register user or something.
Yeah, it's like a robot.
Because then Megarm laughs at him, but then tries to hit him, and it's like, oh, that makes it okay to not have a user.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's interesting. As like a system design.
Yeah, because I think he went berserk. He goes berserk like how they mentioned it for Gondry. I think that's how he went berserk.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah. And Tozuro is running to where Juzo and Megalarm is. So yeah, Megalarm gets attacked by Juzo and they start fighting each other. And I guess Oliver interrupts the battle. And she talks about... Yeah, I think she interrupts the she interrupts the battle. And Oliver talks about how Gondry had killed her father.
Oh yeah, and he like laughs at her, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Or something really assholey or something. Like he like laughs at her or because something. And I was like, rude. Uncalled for, sir.
Yeah, because he does reveal something about her father during that time. Because the thing is, she said that because she talks about how Gondry killed her father, and yeah, that in the Norse God ceremony, there was Gondry had went out of control. He went berserk and killed all the people in that event, like all the police force, and it was a tragic event that happened in there. So Megalarm starts to laugh and tells her that he's the one that orchestrated that attack. That he's the one that...
he's orchestrating attacks so that he can be the hero.
Yeah. That's
what is it called? That's like a real thing.
What is it?
The real world. It's a hero homicide complex.
That's what that is called?
I think that's what that's called. It's like that thing where it's like you see it sometimes with like firefighters who will like set fires so that they can like put it out. And it's like you injure someone so that you can save them and look like a hero.
Yeah, that's what he basically did. Because I think he did save some people in that tragic event there, and he was claimed as a hero because he saved some. Even though, like, Oliver's father had died in that event.
So he didn't save the right people.
Yeah.
Well, or maybe he did. I don't know.
You never know.
Define right.
Yeah. And so, yeah, after she finds out that he's the one that planned the attack for her father getting killed, because he said there was a way to keep a secret that that the government was part of some experiment. I mean, what he explained.
Does it kill everyone?
Like he wanted to like not let the secret get out that the government failed in their first experiment to fight, or the extended to fight in the war, because they went berserk. They were not under control, and then when they built the second one, they was able to find a way to control them when they ever do go berserk. Because you see that Juzo even has his own berserk mode, and he can't control it. And I guess harmony was one of the ways to control it. So I think Megalarm decided to. He planned the attack and claim himself as a hero, so those secrets won't get revealed to the world, to the public. And I guess it's to keep the government's power and control of the country.
Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense, right? Because you can't have your country believing that you have created monsters.
Yeah.
Because then they feel unsafe.
Pretty much. Yeah, so I thought this was pretty interesting to find out that the government was doing experiments on people, and it's just like, wow, this No Guns life is definitely depressing. It's definitely corrupt.
Yeah. Human experimentation. Never okay.
Yeah. It's never okay.
Yeah. Not okay.
But yeah, it's just, I mean, I guess they used it to win the war, and they went to
win the war. I guess that's the important part.
Yeah, I just want to know what's this war they were fighting for. Like, they didn't reveal what was it for, or
why. I do think they eventually tell you.
Yeah, why did they fighting the war? I guess we'll find out later episodes.
In 8 more episodes, it'll all come together.
Okay.
I don't know if that's actually true. I'm just like, at some point, we'll be like, oh, I get it. I know the story now. I'm on it. That point is not now.
Yeah. And then Oliver gets real mad that she finds out that Megalarm is the one that killed her father. And you see that Tsutsuro is trying to get a hold of Juzo because he's going out of control. And Oliver mentions that he needs his cigarettes to be able to control him.
Oh, yeah.
See, that's
a funny moment.
That was the other way to control Juzo, is using the cigarettes.
That's true.
And I did not know that, because I thought the cigarettes was like an addiction that he couldn't control for himself. But apparently it's a medicine for him. I thought that was interesting, that the cigarettes was actually a medicine for him to stay in control, because he actually goes into berserk mode and he needs the cigarettes to control that.
Makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
World where most things could make sense.
It makes sense in that world. I don't think it makes sense in our world.
Yeah, it does not make sense in our world. I did like that scene because when Tetsuro's trying to hold Juzo back, one of the things you hear him saying is he's like, you're an adult, you shouldn't be like this upset about something. And then I like couldn't hear the rest of what he was saying, but I was like, oh, child. Just trying to put logic behind everything.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to sneeze.
Oh, I hate that feeling.
Not. Yeah, and then I did not, so.
Because I remember that I was in my friend's house and I just had to hold my sneeze. I mean, I was trying to sneeze and it wasn't coming out. And for the longest time, it didn't come out, and then it finally came out in the middle of conversation.
Organic. Dope.
I hate that because I was trying to like let it go before conversation, and it's like, fuck it, it's not coming out. And then as soon as I start talking, and then it starts coming out, I was like, fuck.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
That's how it always happens.
Juzo starts attacking, like after he gets Tsutsuro off him, he ends up attacking Megalarm. And as he's attacking him, Oliver starts thinking back to her father's death and how she got the canned food. I mean, they show the scene where her father is in the morgue, like his dead body's in the morgue, and they cover it up. And apparently he had a bouquet, like of flowers, and a canned food from the day he was. It was a cat. it looks like, I'm not sure if it's cat food, but whatever.
I feel like we've been calling it cat food long enough. We can continue to call it that.
Because it has a cat on the picture there.
I bet it is cat food.
Hey, probably the person who was in the ceremony was known for selling cat food that was great for cats. Who knows?
Cats.
Yeah, maybe it was gonna have a cat at the ceremony. Who knows? And it probably was gonna give that cat food to a cat. I don't know.
Who knows? He ate a bouquet of flowers and cat food.
Yeah. Yeah, and she decided to... She didn't want to take it. She just, like, told the guy to take it, like, to take it, and she just runs off. And I think she eventually does change her mind to take it, because obviously she has it. But we don't see her doing that, so I think that's just implied.
Yeah.
And as that's going on, you see that she is saying to Juzo to kill Megalarm. And you see that Juzo was about to like punch Megalarm, but he misses on purpose. And he says no, that he's not going to do it because that's not her style. That's not what she would want, because she's the type of person that wants to be claimed as guilty in court. Like, she wants to everything be solved by the justice system and not to kill him, because I guess because revenge is wrong. Here we go.
Because of her dad's words, right?
Yeah, it's because her dad's words, and they always believe in the justice system, and the justice system will work it through. Even though
that justice system is like our justice system, that justice system is broken.
It's just that, really, can the justice system solve it? Because isn't the government doing some secretive things to soldiers in the time of war? I mean, hello. I don't know if you can believe in a justice system with a corrupt government. So, are you really going to win this?
Probably not.
That's the one thing that confuses me about this anime, is that they want the justice system to work, but they just revealed some bad things about the government that makes it corrupt. So can you really trust what's going on?
I would vote no.
And I remember, like, in the previous episode, you see Oliver talking to, like, the judges and how they want to they want Gondry to be killed and not tell anyone that he was, let it go under the radar that he was, I guess, killed by the government, and just, like, I guess they wanted to try to, like, hide their secrets somehow. I forgot what it was, but
you gotta bury the secrets.
Yeah, they were, like, trying to tell her, or she'll lose her job if she just reveals secrets.
I wonder if it, like, links to that, saying that's like, what's the best way to keep a secret? And it's, like, only between one person. So it's like, if you share a secret with someone, the best way to keep it a secret is to, like, kill them.
Yeah.
I know that was, like, a theme in something.
Yeah, that's what they wanted to do, is kill Gondry. But I guess they wanted to find a way where he gets killed by some random person rather than the police force, maybe?
I don't know. When we first saw Gondry, I was really pro us killing him because he, like, freaked me out. The way he looked, like, his design freaked me out.
Yeah,
and
his
then after, like, seeing
creepy.
that, like, the government wanted him dead, I was like, no, we need to keep this man alive. I was like, he needs to be alive forever.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting how in the last episode you find out Corin, instead of killing him, he just knocks him out and decides to try to keep him alive.
Oh, Cronin. He got knocked out.
Yeah, I know. He was trying to do things the right way, even though the government doesn't want him to. And I thought that was interesting, because I thought he was always for the law, but I guess when the law isn't 100% right, he won't go for it, or something like that.
Oh, best boy.
So he's not totally bad. I thought he was, but
I've never thought he was, like, a bad guy. I do think he is, though, just very Similar to most people are when they go to work. They're like, yeah, this is my job.
Yeah. But if he knows that the job is doing something wrong, he won't go for it. Like, he will go against it.
I'm about that.
Yeah, I noticed that. Like, he isn't like 100% following what his job tells him to do.
He's my favorite character.
So that's one interesting thing I found about him. So it's like, okay, maybe he's not a bad guy.
He's dope.
Yeah. So yeah, he tells her he wouldn't want that. She wouldn't want that because of her father, what he believes in. And so yeah, and apparently as after that, I think Megalarm gets up and tries to fight back Juzo, and he also mentions about how he can't let those secrets get revealed in the court system because he needs to keep himself as a hero because it will calm the fight between humans and extendeds. If he stays as a hero, if he reveals secrets, it would change everything. And Oliver tells him that he's not a hero because her unlike her father, she tries to compare him to her father and say that like her father is more of a hero because he likes to do something by the justice system, likes to solve things the right way and cares about the people. And I guess, yeah, he actually cares about people's innocence, whether they're guilty or not guilty. And he just tries to be a hero. I mean, like, Megalarm be's a hero to satisfy his own ego. It's not the benefit of humanity. Oliver decides to start smoking a cigarette as she's talking, and she inhales the cigarette and she releases the cigarette smoke into Juzo's mouth. Yeah, she breathes it into Juzo and Juzo wakes up. Yeah, Juzo wakes up and stops Megalarm from attacking. He defeats him. And the EMS cops come in and Oliver tells Tuzuro to take Juzo while she goes distract the cops with the cat food thing. So she opens the can, the smell comes out, and is the cops are distracted by the smell, and Juzo and Tuzuro escapes, and Tuzuro and Juzo are talking to each other, and at their escape, they're talking to each other about trust issues because Juzo talks about how what did I tell you about using Harmony? You're not supposed to be using that. And he said that he never told me that. You told me to not use it on you specifically, not use it ever. And Tetsuro talks about how that Juzo needs some trust issues to work out. He needs to start trusting people like him. Then we cut to a scene where Oliver and Megalarm are in a van, and they're in the back, and she has the recording of everything that Megalarm had said when he was talking to Juzo. She has everything that he had said about how he planned the attack of Gondry fighting the police force. Yeah, that he had planned the whole entire attack. She gave the recording to the police department, and he mentions how that the government's never. That there's a way that he's gonna get away with it because the government is not gonna believe. No one's gonna believe what she just said. that there's a way for him to still be a hero. And then all of a sudden he gets cuts to a scene where Pepper is with this kid that looks just like Juzo, and they end up shooting the van. And I think we don't know who gets assassinated, but there's an explosion. The van just gets pushed back against the wall, and Pepper says the target is eliminated, and we don't want any secrets to be revealed. They were like holding any secrets to be revealed because I guess they all are working for the government, and I guess the government is part of the Boomerang Corporation or whatever. There's some lead to the government and the Boomerang Corporation, so I guess that's how it is, and it just ends right there. So that's pretty much it. Was you gonna say something, Jennifer? Was you gonna say anything?
Oh no, I was just like, yeah, that was that weird cat food scene with the can. She like opens it, and I was like, that's why I assume it's cat food too, because I feel like I've opened a cat food can once, and it smelled really bad.
Oh, well, yeah, even dog food smells real bad.
Yeah, like any kind of animal food smells not great.
Yeah.
I assume it's cat. I'm stuck on that. I assume it's cat food.
And I know the smell of dog food, so it's just like, I remember, oh God. There was one person in the bus in New York that had like a bag of, she was like eating, I think she was eating dog food, but she had it in a bag and trying to cover it up. And I'm like, you can't cover up that well if it smells like dog food. Like, I know what dog food smells like. I was so grossed out.
That's gross.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, someone's eating dog food in the bus.
Also, how do you come back from that story? You're just like, hey, guys, I was on the bus the other day.
I did tell people that story, and it was grossed out about it. But they're not surprised because people who are poor in New York, and they're just like, hey, dog food is cheap. I'm gonna just eat it. It's like, no, gross. Oh my God.
I guess that's fair. Oh, no, man.
Yeah, I want to eat dog food out of starvation now. Oh God, no.
Like, I'm not gonna try it and test it. So. I'm gonna just.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
So, yeah. So, Jen, what did you think of this episode?
I liked it.
Did? I actually did like it a lot, too. I would give this episode a 9 because it was really a good episode. I really enjoyed it, and
I don't have ranking numbers for
you don't have to give ranking numbers. That's what...
Okay, I'm like, I don't have ranking numbers for things. Also, I just watched all of BoJack Horseman, and so I'm like, ooh, my rating scale is real messed up right now. Because I'm like, nothing's ever gonna beat The View from Halfway Down. So I'm like, nothing's ever gonna beat that now. That's like 10 out of 10. Would recommend that episode. No, I liked it. I got backstory on characters. I got to see a fight scene. I got to watch Tetsuro be kind of very specific to, well, you said not to use it on you.
Yeah.
But like, you didn't say I couldn't use it on other people.
Yeah, I like that he mentioned that because he did say that.
Rule, and I'm about that.
Yeah, he did mention that he said not to use it on him specifically, not to not use it in general.
So I'm like, I'm about it. I liked it. I started to like No Gun's Life a lot more than at the beginning because I think it's like now fully out of its.
Well, it's still, I don't know, because I thought it stopped world building, but this one was still kind of world building this episode. Because
I feel like they will forever kind of be world buildy.
Yeah. Because I think they. Go ahead.
Oh no, I think they'll always be a little bit world buildy. I think we are past the point of really large information dumps.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we're past the point of like, what was it, like the beginning, like 4 episodes? Just like dumped information on us. constantly.
Yeah.
Like anytime someone talked, they talked for a minimum of like 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And it was all information.
Yeah. And I did like the information that was revealed in this episode. I did like that we find out more about the government and how they are just...
How they're super corrupt?
Yeah, super corrupt. And I guess they that's what the Borg Corporation is about. And they do experiments on people. And they use it for war to desperately win. I just wanted to know what the hell what was the war for? Like, what the hell were they fighting for? And what sacrifices they made. And I do remember there's one part where Megalar mentions to Juzo that the government screwed him up, like bringing him back home to his country with no purpose. And it kind of remind me about what does veteran soldiers go through. They are put back into the world for retirement or when they handicap because something happened to them in the war, and they really don't have a purpose anymore because they can really get a job or they can even work ever again because of their injury or their mental state. So it's a pretty interesting theme going on about that. And I like that there's some layers about this anime that relates to actual human life.
I do like that. I agree.
Yeah. That's one thing I do like about this anime a lot, is that it still finds its way to relate to the real world, even though there's some things that's unrealistic there.
That's fair. My comment has less to do with the real world.
Oh,
which
what?
is, I feel like Oliver has really big lips, and it makes it really hard for me to tell when she's talking.
I noticed she does have real big lips.
And I thought it was just her lipstick. This is why I bring it up. I thought it was like her lipstick was making it look like that. Like, because she's one of the, I feel like, few female characters that wears a lot of makeup. And then I saw her in flashback, and I was like, oh no, that's just like your face.
Yeah, I don't know. I think she was made to have big lips on purpose, because...
Yeah, no, I was just like, sometimes when she talks, I'm like, I cannot tell if her mouth is moving.
Yeah, I think back to that, and I think her mouth is not moving sometimes.
And I'm just like, all right, that's cool. It was just one of those small things. I was like, this weirds me out a little bit. I'm a little bit uncomfortable by this.
Yeah, I think they did that on purpose, because I think they want her to look sexy, and...
She kind of looks terrifying and like an alien.
I think... I know it's going to sound ridiculous, but I guess to some people having dick-sucking lips is sexy.
I don't know. All right, then. I don't know.
So I guess they made her that way. I don't know. This is show her sexiness. I don't know.
I can't even think of any other, like, the super design of other female characters. Like, I can only think of Mary.
It's just...
I can't remember Pepper.
I know Pepper and Mary are... Not Mary. Pepper and Oliver are very sexy looking, but for some reason Mary isn't. So, maybe they're trying to not make all females sexy, or...
I'm about that. I'm about that choice.
Yeah, because I do like that better. Like, I was like, okay, there is some women that are going to be sexy and there's some going to be not.
Realistic world building.
Yeah. Because I hate it when, like, the Machi, the whole entire catalog of women are sexy and they going after all this one little 14-year-old boy.
Non-realistic world building.
Yes, and they're all adult women.
Super unrealistic world building.
Yeah, I doubt 5 to 6 adult women are going to go after a 14-year-old boy unless something's really wrong with them and there's a group of pedophiles. I don't know.
You know.
Making gross. But yeah, I really did enjoy this episode, and I am looking forward to discuss the next few episodes that come.
Oh yeah, because there's only like 4 more.
Yeah, there's only
and
4.
Then went on break.
Yeah, there's only 4 more episodes to discuss, and I already have seen those episodes, so I'm trying not to talk about them until
I
the
haven't seen
episode
them.
comes out. Yeah, I saw it all the way through, so I already know what goes on. I just gotta try to avoid talking about them.
Yeah, I haven't seen them, but I've read the manga.
Yeah, so you know what goes on.
Yeah, I'm aware. Which means though, if they're stopping at 12, I don't think the character that I really like is gonna come in until later.
I already know that, or I already know about that stuff already.
because I like Victor.
Yeah,
He's my fave.
He's
best boy.
Victor? I forgot who Victor is.
He might not have shown up yet.
Oh.
That's why I think he will probably be in the next set of episodes.
Okay.
Because he's later. I like him. He's dope. Yeah.
And because there is one character, I forgot his name is in the next couple episodes, that I really did enjoy, but I'm not sure that's him. I have to check again.
No, Victor looks terrifying.
Oh.
You would remember him. Trust me, you will remember him when you see him. You'll remember him forever. He will haunt your dreams.
And though I would like to eventually read the manga and compare it to the anime and see if there's any differences eventually.
From where we are, it's exactly the same. It's very, very similar.
All right.
From where we are right now. That might change.
Okay.
But we are also only 8 episodes in. Yeah.
And apparently No Guns Life is taking a break and they're coming back in April to finish the second half. The second half of the first season. People are getting very confused about that because they're thinking it's a second season, but no, it's not a second season. It's just the second half of the first season.
That's so interesting because I kind of feel like that's rare for anime.
Really?
But maybe I don't know why I feel like it's rare.
It probably is rare because Dr. Stone and Sherlock didn't do it. They just went. They didn't take no breaks. They just kept going. And
I don't even think.
And to be honest with you, I never watched an anime as is airing. I've always been watched anime. So
that's the problem.
This is the first.
I don't usually. So I'm like, has there been stuff that's taken a mid-season break? And I just
never noticed it.
I'm oblivious because it didn't affect me.
Yeah, that's what I was always wondering. So I guess the first time me experiencing this. So I'm gonna see how this goes.
The first experience, yeah.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah,
I liked the episode overall.
Yeah, it was very enjoyable. So I'm gonna end this episode here, and we're gonna the next episode we're gonna discuss about Sherlock. So
Sherlock.
I hope you guys enjoy this podcast, and hopefully we start coming with a better working title that someone doesn't have, because I thought of a title and someone apparently already has it, and they have a YouTube channel, they have a Twitter, and it's like, oh god, never mind. And it's just kind of odd that someone thinks the same name as you do, but years before you.
Yes.
I was like, fuck.
I'm not good at naming things.
So I have to think of a name at a later time. But yeah.
To be determined.
I'm just glad that we're continuing to discuss the animes that we were talking about on AMN.
That's true. I like these ones.
Yeah, I didn't want to stop talking about them. I actually enjoyed them very much. So
these are good ones.
So I hope you guys enjoy this podcast and look forward to more episodes. Hopefully we'll catch up to the episodes that are currently airing. I mean, I think we eventually will because No Guns Life is over. I mean, over for now, and it'll come back on April. So we have
beautiful window
time to actually catch up with Sherlock. Yeah. So, yeah.
We have that short window.
Yeah. So, and I'm gonna currently look for someone to do Dr. Stone with me because Jen is not caught up with Dr. Stone.
I'm not caught up.
Sadly.
I'm not current. So I could get current, but it'd take a lot of time.
Yes, I know it would. 24
Which I'm not opposed to. But like, yeah. Get someone. Join us.
Yeah. So, yeah.
We also usually sound much more put together as humans.
Oh my god.
I have like post-fever addled brain.
So, yeah. So I hope you guys enjoy the podcast and see you guys later.
Bye.